All right, so welcome back to another episode. Episode 2 of Raw 10. So, what do I want to talk about today as I drive to my appointment? Let's talk about let's do this chronologically. So, morning rituals, morning routine. So, the importance of a morning ritual or the importance of a morning routine before you actually start working. And then 2, what was my 2? Setting boundaries with clients, expectations that includes boundaries, meaning, you obviously are always going far and beyond for the client, but you also want to be conscious of self-respect. Okay, so all that. And then, my other thing is focusing on what you want. So those are the 3 things. Focusing, let's go back, sorry. So we have morning ritual, morning routines, setting boundaries, expectations with clients, and number 3, the last one is, wow, my goodness, I feel sleepy. What did I just say? My goodness. Focusing on what you want. Boom, there you go. All right, so focusing on what you want, boundaries, expectations, and morning rituals. All right, so morning ritual. Today I got up early. And I'm actually trying to see if I can do 5:30. And I went to the beach. I did yoga. Then I went to the gym for about 45 minutes. And I love it. I love it. Loved it for many reasons. One, it helped me to start off my day feeling accomplished versus like trying to catch up to the day, which is what I felt some of the times during my day. And 2, just gave me that extra energy. It's supposed to help with my metabolism. As I get older, it's going to get a little maybe more important. And I loved being in nature, being on the beach, meditating, and doing yoga. All right, so that's important for me. I think if it works for you, great. If you're not a morning person and you will stay up all night, being creative, being in your flow, then that's different, right? Everyone's a little different, but for me, I'm a morning person. I was for a long time, and then at some point I got off track. I don't know how. Maybe it was when I was doing a lot of editing at night, and I easily became a night owl very quickly. Now I'm trying to go back just because I feel much more accomplished, and I accomplish a lot more in the morning. So like today, I don't have to work out anymore. It's 5 o'clock and I have an appointment. I'm not worried about like, oh, what time is my appointment going to be done, because I need to get back and go work out. The good thing is I play basketball twice a week and in the evening. So now it's going to free up my evening, so I don't have to be like, trying to rush or trying to do both. So starts you off right. You feel good. You get going from early morning and go into the day with momentum. So one of the most important things is the momentum that it carries with you throughout the day. 2, boundaries, and 3 is focusing on what you want. So 2, boundaries, expectations, setting expectations and boundaries with your clients. Especially in the beginning, I was very much about like doing as much as possible just to make the client happy, but that can be pretty dangerous, especially if you're trying to grow and you're trying to scale, because you can't expect your work or your employees or contractors to do that day in and day out. They have to have like clear expectations, clear guidelines, and boundaries. So your team can say no when they need to and say yes when they need to, as opposed to always saying yes. It doesn't create that professional relationship that I feel you need to have. So obviously, you can speak with any of our clients. We always go way beyond the the expectations and all that. So we always put in that extra effort and work. However, we're learning, and I'm learning, to create expectations and boundaries early on, so that way we can refer to them throughout the relationship, throughout the transaction. And there's not like, oh, what should I do? How should I do this? And that way, again, so you can scale that out, and you're not working 48 hours every day. Because a lot of times that's what I would feel like when the expectations weren't clear. I'm having to explain myself over and over, and if all that is up front, you don't really have to worry about that. You're good to go. All right, third thing is focusing on what you want. Right? So a lot of times you can get caught up in worrying about what's not happening correctly, what's not happening right, or the timing, or maybe one client you really were hoping you would work with, and then for some reason something happens. So you can easily spiral into this negative momentum, and that's earlier in this video I talked about momentum in the morning. Well, if you focus on what you don't want and you continue to do that, you're going to create momentum towards to pushing you towards in the direction you don't want to go. So what do is I focus on what I want. It's similar to when you are driving a car, and let's say you hydroplane, right? So what do? You don't have much control, but what ends up happening, as what I'm told, what I've heard, is that so what I'm told, so I had to recut that because I had a call. I gotta put do not disturb. What happens is it's similar to when you're in a car and you lose control and you're trying to redirect a car. You can end up actually crashing into the direction that you don't want to crash, because you're looking at where you don't want to go. And so what happens is you end up going where you don't want to go, versus looking in the direction where you do want to go and turning at the same time, and not focusing on where you might be headed with momentum at that point, but refocusing, redirecting your vision, your line of sight to where you want to go. That way, eventually the car will eventually adjust and then catch its traction again and direct you in the direction that you want to go, the direction you're looking. So that's kind of how I thought about explaining that part. So focus on where you do want to go. That's important. All right, so recap real quick. Morning routine, morning rituals, super important. Get you started right. And 2, set expectations and boundaries with your clients early on as well. And 3 is focus on what you want, focus on where you want to go, not necessarily where you're going currently, what's going on around you. Maybe there's some negativity, maybe there's something that's going on that you don't like. So don't focus on that. Focus on what you do want. All right, till next time, guys. Thanks.